Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cruising Israel. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Max.
And what do we have on the schedule today, Max?
Well, I gotta know, are you more of a red wine or a white wine drinker?
You know what? I love both, but I think I prefer white wine.
Well, you're
especially
in
in
luck
summer.
because there is a white wine festival going on in Herzliya. Let's
Oh
go
my
there and
God.
check it out.
Let's go. We have to go.
We all know Israel is the land of milk and honey, but not only that, it's also the land of grapes and wine. With its booming local wine industry, today we decided to pay a visit to the most picturesque winery in central Israel, Villa Wilhelma Winery.
In the past 2 decades, the variety of Israeli wines have risen remarkably. Both new and old wineries have improved the quality and refined the taste.
Wow, this place looks fancy.
Oh, hello! Welcome to Villa Wilhelma Winery. Please, come in.
Love to.
The winery's founder, Moti, specializes in vine growing and wine preparation.
Cheers.
Max, would you like some wine? Cheers. Tell us, what are some of the things that Wilhelma Winery offers?
On Fridays, in this place, we have a very big brunch. Many people come here like a coffee. They eat brunch. They're sitting on the porch, on the grass.
Wow, it
Good music, good wine, good food.
sounds like a great day.
Yes, a great day.
How many people usually come?
More than 100. Also, we take groups on the basement to test wines, and to the barrel room and the vineyard that is just behind.
Israel has a rich history of winemaking, which begins during biblical times and reaches all the way to modern day in high-tech wineries. But either way, good quality wine all starts in the vineyard.
This is my vineyard. I'm second generation of growing vineyards. So I'm more than 50 years in this job. As you see now, it's May, the end of May, and we are in the beginning of seeing the grapes here and there. The quality of the wine is actually in Israel is depend on the highest. Wilhelma is not highest. That's why the dessert wine is well growing in this area.
Most of Wilhelma's vines are grown in the Upper Galilee, a region which is most suited for viticulture and serves a wide variety of different wines.
When you go to the high elevation, every 100 meters of elevation is 1 degree less, Celsius degree less. So the Upper Galilee is about 900 meters elevation above sea level. So it's about 8 degrees less.
Its high elevation, cool breezes, and rich soils all contribute to the Galilee being the ideal agricultural spot.
These grapes look like it's the very beginning stages.
Yes, actually it's 3 months from now they will be okay for wines. As you see, they're green,
Yeah.
just green, yes. This will be a Muscat dessert wine.
So the whole winemaking process happens here? at
Yes,
the winery?
here in the winery, there, and of course we can taste and the wines in the basement of Villa Wilhelma in the cellar.
Okay, so let's check that out. Wow, look at how many barrels are in here, and it also has a nice wine smell to it. What makes this place so unique and different than the other wineries in Israel?
We are very special, not only in Israel, actually in all the world, because we age wine for a long, long time. I mean for 5 to 7 years in the barrel. So it's very unique one, and it's the wine becoming very friendly.
The oak influences the color, flavor, and the texture of the wine. Villa Wilhelma Winery has 2 series of wines, the Grand Reserve and the Timeless. So, time for some wine tasting.
First, you have to open it and then smell it like an oxygen mask,
I'm doing it
like
wrong?
this one. Different.
Put your whole face into the cup.
After sipping on some dry red wine, Moti gave me the 101 on the proper way to drink it.
First lesson, how to drink wine. You don't drink wine, you eat wine. You put it in your mouth and you chew.
You let it stay
Chew
there?
it. No, stay, you chew it.
Wow, you taste all the different flavors in the wine. We're now here in front of the building, which has an old-timey look to it. Looks like a place that went through some history.
This was a German Templar settlement. This place was established in 1901, so it's now 115 years, 16 years, and they built a German colony.
The founders of that time decided to name their village Villa Wilhelma in honor of the German Kaiser Wilhelm II.
About 116 years ago, and you can see the buildings, for example this one and others on this street, and actually this is the most preserved village in Israel.
Hi.
It's very nice to walk around the street and see the buildings and the trees and all the village.
Sales of Israeli wine stand at $315 million per year, and for a country with scarce farmland, Israel still continues to produce top-notch wine. Now, that's definitely something worth raising a glass for.
Max, you know what goes really well with wine?
Oh.
Chocolates.
Oh, I've heard that's the case. We should probably go try some chocolates and find out.
Yes?
Tourists come daily from all parts of the world to visit a small ancient village in the foothills of Jerusalem called En Karem.
The picturesque village is surrounded by beautiful springs, green hills, and stunning natural scenery. In the midst of this beauty is a hidden, rich historical past involving both Christianity and Judaism. En Karem is home to boutique galleries, art shops, and is the leading neighborhood on the culinary scene.
Its charming alleyways led us to one of Israel's finest chocolate shops.
There are more and more boutique chocolatiers opening up every day in Israel, but only one of them are handmade with love in the artsy En Karem neighborhood.
I started this as real estate agency, and after a short while I discovered it's easier to give people a piece of chocolate than a house. It was obvious what we really want to do, what we really enjoy of putting out in this world, bit of our heart.
The shop features a wide selection of pralines, rich chocolates, and pretty much anything to satisfy your sweet tooth.
We run between dark milk and white chocolate, and some of them we mix fresh cream, some of them are with this, with just fruit. The temple of the chocolates is the pralines.
Wow, look at this display.
Yes.
So many different kinds of chocolates. What is this?
That's nut cream.
Wow, that is so creamy. You could taste the freshness. Do you incorporate any Middle Eastern, Israeli ingredients into your chocolate?
We have sakhlab, we have halwa, we have marzipan, which is from almond, which grows around here. Janduya nut cream.
Janduya nut cream.
Wow.
You know what I crave right after eating creamy chocolates? That's right, Ophir's homemade ice cream. The confectious homemade creations all begin in their boutique factory, with the second chocolate lover who helped start it all, Sima.
So tell us, Sima, what's a typical day here at Sweet En Karem Chocolate Factory?
Okay, so we come early in the morning. We're starting by eating some chocolate that we can wake up.
Chocolate in the morning?
Yes,
Right away?
Yes.
Before the coffee, okay.
Before the coffee. And then we turn on the machines that tempering the chocolate. We add all the products that we need to do this day. And then we start to make chocolate. What's your favorite kind of chocolate?
I prefer milk chocolate or white chocolate.
Oh, this is your lucky day. This is exactly the chocolate that we're going to make today. So come and help me.
Okay, let's
Okay,
begin.
let's do it. So we take some chocolate, we put it in the mold. We're going to make fruit celebration. This is chocolate with many kinds of fruit and hazelnuts and dry fruit, all from our tree around.
The handmade sweets are treated with ultimate care and are all Sima's very own creations.
Then we take out all the bubbles. Now when we have enough chocolate, we can make it now. Let's put some nuts. אנחנו מחכים לך. Okay. So each tray you need to put one big nut, and then you can add some smaller one.
So this gives it a salty and sweet taste.
Yes, a lot of taste together. This is the main idea.
The chocolate then goes into the refrigerator for just 10 minutes. And then it's ready to be packaged. That's good stuff.
As delicious and simple as that was, I asked Sima to show us how she makes her confectious pralines.
First of all, I want to decorate a little bit the hearts, that it will be more interesting and more tasty. After I decorated it, I can put different kind of chocolate. Now I will take the milk chocolate and fill it all. And this is the moment that I'm going to teach you the big secret. First of all, I will take out all the bubbles. Are you ready? Ready. And now we're taking out the chocolate that we don't want inside. We just want to have.
So you're just making a shell.
This is only the shell of the chocolate we want to put inside the cream.
The chocolate shells are then set to cool off in the fridge before filling them up with cream. The Sweet and Karam Chocolate Shop also has an additional bakery meant only for carrying out workshops with people who want to learn all about making the perfect dessert.
Here, Sima, our main chocolatier, comes and teaches them how to create their own truffles and pralines and chocolate bonbons, which they produce here and take after home.
So with a new culture of chocolate appearing all around the country, we can now also be part of the sweet and exciting experience.
So, you know, Natalie, out of all the episodes we've done, I'd have to say some of the best ones, in my opinion, are the ones where you're interacting with animals.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I think it's really funny.
Well, I love interacting with animals, so I'm happy you love it too.
Well, I think we should combine your love of interacting with animals with your love of cheese.
Max, how do you know I love cheese? You know me too well by now.
Plenty of details about you, and I would say that your love of cheese is one of the stronger things that you have.
Right?
So,
right. Can't argue with that. So, what'd you plan for
there's
us?
a place in the south where not only do they have sheep that you can try to interview and hold the baby and everything, but also milk, sheep milk cheese.
Wow, sheep milk and cheese. Let's go check that out.
Great, let's do it.
Since historical days, sheep have been a pretty common animal here in Israel. It's a tradition that carried over into present day. Hi! Today we drove down south to visit our furry friends that are doing their part in keeping Israel a world leader in dairy production. Come on, Max, let's go try to feed them.
Sheep farming in Israel is some of the most productive in the world. With some 40,000 sheep, Israel has become a world leader in sheep milking.
Max, what do you say we take one back with us to Tel Aviv? You think they'll be accepted there?
In a small farm in the western Negev, Tzeela has been raising sheep with her family for over 40 years.
10 years ago, I decided to open here the sheep dairy and visitor center. Until then, the farm was completely anonymous and nobody knew about it. I decided to open the gates of the farm and bring here people to get known to this special kind of life.
Can we hold one of them?
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna chase one. Maybe you can help me? Do you want?
Sure. Oh no! Come here, little guy. Oh.
You see, it's quite tough. Okay. I got the black sheep.
Aw, we caught one. Sorry, little guy. Are they more comfortable around you since they know you their whole lives?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
How do I hold this thing?
Hug him from his stomach.
Okay.
Can.
Wow. So cute. How many goats and sheep do you have here on the farm?
We have only sheep, and
Okay.
we have 850 sheep and about 1,200 lambs every year.
Wow, so you're
Yes.
surrounded by all these
Yes.
animals your
Yes.
whole life. It's better than friends. Getting to cuddle with the...
They're not talking a lot.
Yeah, well, who needs that?
The farm was originally established by her parents during simpler times. They lived in Bedouin tents and owned just a couple of sheep and horses.
Life was very basic. We had a horse, and if my mom wanted to go for shopping, she had to go on a horse, ride on a horse to the road, stop the bus, get on the bus, and then when she came back, the horse was still waiting for her. She tied it to the tree.
You would think the story sounds like it's 300 years ago.
Yes.
Today, visitors are invited to learn all about the daily life on the farm, tour around the milk sheds, and hear about the handmade cheese production.
So you've been running this place basically your whole life. What's a typical day in the sheep farm for you?
We get up quite early in the morning. First, we have to feed the sheep. The sheep that stay in the shed must be fed. Later, we're going and taking out the sheep who's going to graze.
So what do the sheep eat?
They eat what we raise here. They're eating barley. They eat potatoes. They also eat carrots and other type of vegetables. After, I have to go and produce some cheese.
We then headed over to the shop for some cheese tasting.
That's an awfully strong smell coming from the cheese, but the smellier, the better tasting it is. So tell us, what are the different types of cheeses we have here?
All of this cheese are mature cheese. They're not fresh cheese. It means that we have to wait patiently until they will be ready to eat.
Brie cheese is my favorite. This one looks extra moldy, so.
Okay.
Wow, it's a strong taste. I could eat cheese all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It all starts with pasteurizing the cheese and getting rid of harmful bacteria. Then cheese cultures, which include bacteria and molds, gets included to ripen the milk and help develop the unique, tasty flavors.
How high is the demand for sheep's cheese in Israel?
It's not like goat,
Okay.
but it's getting better. There is more and more awareness for sheep milk and sheep dairy. People are wrong that they think that sheep is not healthy like goat, but it's very, very healthy.
Remember that time that we went to a farm right here in Tel Aviv?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The one that's directly above a parking lot.
The city of Tel Aviv has it all, from tall buildings to parks and now even farms. In one of the most oldest shopping malls in the country, Dizengoff Center rooftop has been turned into a green oasis.
We're now here on the rooftop of a shopping mall, but we're not here to shop as some of you may think. We're actually here to learn about the project of green in the city. So you took a rooftop and you changed it and you turned it into a farm, a garden pretty much. How did this idea come?
The idea came 2 years ago after a good meeting between me and the owner of this mall, where we understood that we have the same way of thinking related to creating green environment in the middle of the city and the production of food in the middle of the city. So now we are in the middle of Tel Aviv, growing something like 10,000 to 15,000 plants every month, and we sell it to 15 restaurants that are not far than 1,000 meters from here.
The restaurants can serve their vegetables and herbs from the ground straight to the plate. Doesn't get any fresher than that.
Tel Aviv is such a compact city with so many people living here, so it's a very creative idea that you're using every inch of the city.
Exactly.
But Mati doesn't grow these plants the traditional soil-based way, but rather he uses hydroponic methods for multiple reasons beneficial to the environment.
Hydroponics, it's when you grow vegetables or herbs only on water. directly on water, exactly like these plants here, where you can see his roots are submerged inside of a big tank, where he will get everything he needs. He will get the nutrients, he will get the water that he needs, and he will get some aeration in a way that its roots will not rot. When we work with hydroponic, we save 80% of the water compared to regular agriculture. We saved 80% of the fertilizer. We don't have any impact on the environment because it's a closed loop system.
As a result of using hydroponics, plants can be grown anywhere in the world, even on the rooftop in the city center.
We don't spray any chemicals. We use only organic methods to protect against pests.
So do you want to spread this and spread the word to people that live in these cities?
Exactly, not just here in Israel, but around the world. But definitely now we are focusing on Israel, and we are calling to different cities to come and collaborate with us in a way that we can spread the good idea that help the communities and help the cities.
Are the locals allowed to partake in these activities here?
Yeah, first of all, they can order online, but the most interesting way that they can purchase yield from the farm is by honor code shop that we're running inside of the mall, where they can just get there anytime they want, pick up the plants that they need, and leave the money inside.
And no one works there? No one's making sure?
Exactly. We just believe in people. It's part of our principles, and yes, it's working. So now we are entering into the educational visit center, where we can see different type of systems that people can grow in their own backyard.
For those of you who want to use the hydroponic methods in their own homes, Moti created a way to make this possible.
It's a system that enables anyone to grow vegetables and herbs in your own backyard or balcony, and it uses solar panel to irrigate and to circulate the water. You buy a small box, you can take it out, don't worry.
This is the exact same system that we saw before.
Exact same system, the same idea. We just took the technology and put it in a small box that anyone can order from everywhere in the world.
Wow. So what kind of different plants are
Now
grown?
we planted mainly, because of the weather, we planted mainly leafy green and herbs like this bok choy or this lettuce, but we can see here that we have even kale that grow beautifully and different type of herbs that we grow in the system. And every month you get almost 30 plants to your family, so you practically saving money with this system.
This is actually much easier than managing your own farm, your own garden. You don't have to water it, you can just leave the water for a few weeks at a time.
It's the simplest way, and you get everything inside of this box.
Because the farm was built in a small area, Moti tries to come up with various ways to use as much of the space as he can.
I noticed that you're utilizing these pipes even to grow different types of plants here as well.
Exactly. So here we can see another method, except of the floating raft that we saw in the big farm, where we can grow plants inside pipes. Inside of those pipes, there are water that's running through them, inside of them a small film, and the plants absorb the water and the nutrient directly from the water, and they can get even oxygen because there's very small amount of water, so they can develop roots that can absorb oxygen.
So there's not only plants here on the rooftop, I also noticed some fish in a fish pond.
Yes, so
What's going on here?
Okay. So this is the aquaponic system. Before we saw the hydroponic system. So what is the difference? Here we can grow, in aquaponics, we grow fish together with vegetable.
Okay.
The fish tank where we grow ornamental fish or fish that are aimed to be eaten, we feed the fish, and the water from the fish tank together with the poo of the fish go into this hydroponic system. It's connected together.
Okay.
And the roots of the plants absorb all the fish waste as nutrients, clean the water, and then the water goes back to the fish tank after they have been purified and cleaned.
This solves the problem of recirculating water and preventing it from becoming polluted liquid waste. The fish and the plants work together in an integrated system. Places like Green in the City, with hydroponic methods, are another one of the many examples of why Israel is considered to be an agricultural powerhouse.